So we're here with Steve Builds of Trident Paint.
Good morning.
You've got something new here at the show.
We do. So we're revealing Trident R2. So the scope of this upgrade is in the motion system. So all X, Y, and Z are completely redone. With the goal of easier assembly, more consistent assembly, and flexibility for things like in the mod community. Some changes that'll be really handy for things like index and other tool changers. So we can just start from the top down, go through from the gantry, maybe start from the back. This is Voron design team member Atomic Vector Plotter's printer, and he was kind enough to bring it. It's a really nice example of the modifications we've done to R2. Probably easier actually to use some of these example pieces that we brought along with us. And this has some belts routed through it. So we will just leave those because they're a little stuck. But if we start at the back, so this would be the A stepper mount. Support for long shaft steppers, supported steppers. Another thing you might notice is that there's no wire path on the front of it. There's a wire path in the back. And that's made possible by a change in belt routing. So we got a bearing stack here and a bearing stack here. The belts basically go across this way instead of going all the way to the back and across. One neat thing that does is the belt path is 53 millimeters shorter just from this change.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
To get 53 millimeters out of it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have thought there was that much belt back there.
You wouldn't have thought so, but it is. Drives are a little thicker, belt path change, and then the whole thing is shifted back a little bit. So shifted back to allow a little bit of over travel on the Y-axis, which is going to help things in tool changers, index, that kind of thing. So for total travel. Little thicker. What else was on that? That's about it there. Moving into the XY joints, we have reshaped, but effectively the same. Changes are, as well as on the back here, we're using M5 heat sets now. And that applies at the XY joint as well.
So no more screwing in the plastic.
Right. And then because of the stack up of things, the way this worked out, there's an accent piece here, but changing to M5x40 button heads instead of socket heads. Looks a little better, works well. All of these parts have printed in or designed in features to make belt routing easier. Just kind of point the belt in the direction it's supposed to go, and it should follow along.
In there so it goes through.
Yeah. So that's why we have these here, is folks can come by and play around some scrap belts here. This one is the typical caught in the extrusion channel.
The front idlers have changed too a bit there. Kind of.
Yep. So these front idlers are derived from the Klee BFIs.
Yep.
I had an idea early on that I wanted single adjustment and I wanted to better constrain the bearing stack. So I had some early drafts that used a single screw, totally different design than this, but it had two long screws that went through that have 3mm ID PTFE on them. And that would allow this whole thing to ride on a smooth, constrained rail, basically. So within the design team, Hart K came along and adapted that design to the BFIs. So used the PTFE rail, made a single bolt adjustment, and this little carriage is very based on what he did, as far as there are several screws in here that hold things together. All of the heat sets in here are in the pull through configuration instead of pull out.
Yeah.
So it's very strong. And then I went through and iterated on that again and completely redesigned it into this configuration. Now, big reason I did that is I wanted the whole thing to be 3mm shorter. So for that over travel in the Y that we're allowing to maximize Y travel. And that meant that there wasn't enough room for two screws on top. So we did screws into the front extrusion, which helps line everything up anyway.
Yeah.
That's basically the gantry. Tool head hasn't changed. The idea here is this is a major motion system upgrade. We'll iterate on other parts of the printer over time.
I did notice that the toolhead carriage looks like it's got some different belt mounting on the.
So this is Morton's printer, and he has hacked together a Zoll carriage based solution for his toolhead.
Okay.
So that's not part of the upgrade. It's
Okay.
his solution, his mod. Similar to like the spool holder here, that is a mod. That's not part of the release.
Now, the idea with the spool holder not being in there, but the channel, printed channel in the back where
That's all a mod as well. Yeah. So getting into the Z motion system now, starting from the bottom, the stepper mounts are completely different. They used to mount from the top on each side. The concern was when you tighten it down on just one side, you might tend to bend that mount up and make sure that the lead screw isn't aligned with the Z carriage.
Yeah.
So these are bolted in from the sides into the bottom extrusions. It lowers the stepper a bit, so clearance for tool heads with big fans is better.
I just had to do the same thing on mine. Lower it, try to keep it from crashing in the beacon on the side of takeoff and stuff.
The covers here are very constrained in keeping debris out from in there. For the Z carriage and bed mounts, the pivot point, the GE5C bearing is still there. We use an M5 heat set here so the nuts can't fall out anymore. This whole thing is rotated over, and what that's doing is giving a lot of clearance here between the bed extrusion and the Z carriage. Combined with the rear Z setup, we move the rail to the side of the extrusion instead of the front to give that same amount of clearance back here. Now, with changing these bed mount printed parts, we can shift the bed forward and back, where we couldn't do that before. There was only a very small amount of space.
Gives you room for index.
If somebody wanted more room in the back for a nozzle brush or something, or more room in the front for something. In the index application, on my Trident index, it's over at the Bondtech booth, I moved the bed back 8 millimeters. Couldn't do that before. And that was a key part of allowing me to get only 10 millimeters of loss in Y on the index setup.
Nice.
And you can get as little as, the design says you can get as little as about 8 millimeters loss, but the safe setup is about 10 millimeters, works well.
Yeah.
That is pretty much the scope of it. The extrusion-based door, the click-clack door, is not the default design, but it is a very nice mod. It works really well with like the index setup to clear the tools in the front, but just mainly just making sure that we get some improved parts out there. And then the idea is more frequent iterative upgrades instead of trying to wait for a big whole printer upgrade. It just takes too long, too much effort for a whole printer upgrade. So little things will be revised. Probably the next thing you'll see is in the carriage and the tool head area.
Well, I can't wait to build a new one. Now I got to get another Trident.
Awesome.